G'day, gang. I want to talk today about pay-to-play games. So for me, this is like a very frustrating point because I personally think that having a gate to your friends, which for me, again, as I've said in, I think, video a while ago, is that gaming for me is an incredibly social experience. It is a gateway to the people that I have made friends with people across the world who I've visited, and they've came and visited me. People have stayed in my house. We've just hung out together, and like we've explored like the area together. We've explored parts of my country of Australia, my home country, and my current country of the Netherlands. We've hung out in Amsterdam because I met people in gaming. So for me, having a door on an arch, like instead of having it be an arch, it's a doorway with the key being paying to access that, is crazy. I know that a lot of people don't agree with that opinion because we have numerous different methods for communicating with people outside of games, but a lot of contexts exist only in games, and having to go through the effort of allowing people into your Discord, like that's a lot. I don't add people on Discord very often. And so getting people into that, like outside of the game, doesn't happen for a lot of people, I think. Even if you have like roleplay Discords for roleplay servers and stuff like that, so you have like a separate Discord for the entire game. The server, you don't have it for the game. And the same as when you have like guilds in like games such as World of Warcraft or EverQuest, where you do have contact with the people that you are constantly interacting with. You don't have it for the whole community. So you can't, and even if you do, people aren't obligated to join, and they don't necessarily join. So gating content through a literal money, through money, I think is inherently negative. That's not necessarily a common opinion, and I will understand and recognize that. Bro, I understand and recognize that that is not a common opinion to have, but it's definitely something I feel very passionately about, and I'm very much against it. And I completely understand that it's everybody has the right to play what they want the way that they want it, and I don't really care ultimately what someone else does with their time. But for me, I find it really poor to have my content locked behind money. I find that horrific, genuinely awful, because also too, I am a very, I play a lot of different games. I am the very minimal percentage of gamers who actually buy a lot of different products in a year. I'm not the 60% that buys 2 games a year. I'm the 2% that buys like 10 plus. And I play lots of different games, and I don't just play like, I don't play many AAA titles, so I can play more of the smaller stuff, but I'm a massive survival gamer, which I think I've said previously. Definitely talked about it a few days ago in my V Rising video, but survival is my favorite genre. And yeah, I get a lot of games on discount when, survival games come out pretty cheap often too, because early access. It's a very, very early access genre, which is also why I'm very pro early access. But having to have this subscription when we're in a world that is absolutely inundated with subscriptions, like how many of you have like actually 4 video subscription services? Like you've got HBO, you've got Disney, you've got Netflix, you've got Prime. That's just the easy 4. And then there's also like other littler ones like Apple and Hulu and Crunchyroll and other anime ones as well. There's so many that even just to maintain the rights to access content, we have so many subscriptions. And I think it personally works for TV and movies. I hate it, but I think that it works for TV and movies. But to have that also on your game, if you play more than one game, maintaining more than one subscription is extraordinary, because like, yeah, that's too much for me. I personally think it is a horrendous like part of the past, and I'm hoping to see it go away. Like, genuinely, please leave me alone. I think more people too should say that if it doesn't work for them, they shouldn't engage with it. I think I keep saying it, but I think as gamers, we need to be, as consumers in general, we need to be fussy about what we want to consume and how we want to consume it. If we genuinely, as consumers, stopped buying a product because we didn't like the way that it was sold to us or what it was, it wouldn't exist. We have extraordinary power as a consumer base, but as consumers, we don't agree. And even if we do agree, we don't necessarily agree about the way that we want to handle it anyway. Like there are, as I talked about again a few days ago, the monetization of mobile games. A lot of people, I think most people agree it's disgusting, but we buy into it anyway. And by we, sorry, I mean you guys. I don't do that. But like I will admit, I used to buy Pokemon Go stuff because I was really excited about getting outside and meeting people, and that collaborative experience was that valuable to me. But I didn't like the fact that I had to participate in that part of it. But it's a free game. Having these pay-to-play games that also have battle passes, that have stores, that have other ways to like scrape you is just... it's extraordinary to me that we tolerate that. And again, it's you guys. Don't tolerate that. Like if you don't want to get scraped and you don't have the money to get scraped, don't do that. Definitely don't do that. But I think it also sets a bad precedent for not only that game, but other games. And I don't think that we should stand for that as consumers. Very interested to hear how people feel about this topic, because I know that this is a complicated topic. This is a topic in which that a lot of people have very, very different opinions. And I think most people are opposed to my opinion on this too, because most people, as we keep seeing this statistic, that most people want a forever game. Most people want a continuously updating live service game. That's what they're looking for. And that's completely fine. That's not what I'm looking for. Not at all. That is a nightmare to me, but for most people that's their objectives and goals, and that's what they want to do, and that is their right to spend their money that way, and that is their right to spend their time that way. So I think I'm going to get a very different opinion on this topic, but I want to hear how people feel specifically about the pay to play, because you also 1 to 2 games a year is the 60% of people. Is the statistic that we keep hearing. So a lot of people are playing 2 games. Or buying 2 games. And if you're both pay to play, like how do you manage your time on both of those games that you're playing? Do you play 1 month of one game and 1 month of the other game? Or are you paying 2 subscriptions at the same time? Really interested in that fact, because I mean, we do that with movies and TV. Like I said, I was paying for Prime and Netflix for a longest time, until I gave up on Prime. But we often are paying for things that we're not using. We are inundated truly and sincerely by subscriptions, and gaming is like, well, I could do that too. And I mean, it's been a thing for a very long time. EverQuest started it, and then WoW continued it, and then games have gone about doing it a lot. But I personally think it's horrible. I really do. I think paying a box price for each expansion is fantastic. I think that is incredibly reasonable. I think buying the game and then a box price for each expansion is completely fantastic. It's completely appropriate, but it is expensive. And I'm not an MMO player. I have played MMOs in the past, but ultimately, yeah, it's not my genre. And I've definitely played more Eastern MMOs than I have Western ones. Like I used to play loads of those really little ones, like Ragnarok Online, Fly for Fun, and Goon Zoo was another cute one that I used to play. I used to play Eden Eternal. I played a lot of different games like them, but they all didn't have pay to play, and that was why I played them. I think Ragnarok did, but I played it on a private server, which there are crazy amount of private servers for that game even still. But yeah, for me, I can't get through that paywall of having a subscription for a video game. Not again, like I'll play an MMO for not an MMO length of time. I want to go play something else, but Really want to hear what you guys have to say about this. Have you thought about this topic, or is this like, wait, why are we doing this? Or you've already defended this to your non-MMO friends. Very interested how you all feel about this. And as I keep forgetting to say, but it really, really matters. Putting a like or a dislike on a topic that you hate, or you hate, like love or hate, or that you hate the way I covered it. Either or, I'm really interested in all of your opinions. I really want comments. I want to engage with you. I read every single comment, like genuinely, and I reply to most of them. If it's just a comment of true, there's not really much I can reply to that. But if you have I'm engaged in a few conversations right now. It's very exciting because I love talking about these topics. So yeah, comment, it means a lot. And subbing, it means more than you will realize. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Really want to hear how you feel about this topic. Bye for now.